So this is Malviya Nagar. This is where I live here in Jaipur. And I think one of the biggest pain points of traveling and trying to live in different countries is finding a place to live. Finding the best place, finding the cheapest place, finding the nicest place is always such a struggle. In this video, I want to help you with two different things. One, where are the best places to live here in Jaipur if you want to live long term? And two, how do you find those places? So start off with, this is Malviya Nagar. This is one of the better places to live here in Jaipur, I think, just because we are really close to the World Trade Park, and there's also a lot of luxury living around here. You can find some really good cafes kind of close to the World Trade Park as well, which has super big name brands and a lot of other kind of smaller shops where you can do all the shopping you want. Also, it has a movie theater, which is really, really cool. We've seen some great movies there. So Malviya Nagar is probably one of the better places to live. Another one that I wish I actually lived in was Sea Scheme. So Sea Scheme is a little bit further north from us, but that is where like all the really nice cafes are. There's a lot of restaurants, cafes, a lot of things to do, and you're centrally located within the city. So you can easily go see all the heritage sites. You can also come down and go to World Trade Park. So it's really nice. The other place that I would recommend would be Raja Park. So Raja Park is just to the east, I believe, of Sea Scheme, and it's similar. It's more a local area, so you can probably find some cheaper places to live there, but it is right in the middle once again, so you can go up to the walled part of the city. You can come down to World Trade Park or go over to Sea Scheme and see some of those cafes. But in the Raja Park area, you can get a lot of more traditional foods. You have some of the older restaurants, so really, really nice places to eat and kind of experience more of a like the traditional and cultural aspects that they have here in Jaipur. If you are lucky, I haven't really seen any places within the walled city. I found some places on Airbnb, didn't have great reviews, so passed on those. But if you could find places really close to the walled city, you'll be very, very lucky. So those, of course, are right next to the heritage sites, and you can easily walk around the city and you can go see all that. The only thing is there's not as many places, nice places, like more modern cafes to eat at. So you would have to travel further away to like Sea Scheme and other places. So when you're looking for a place to live here in Jaipur, I would say check out those kind of 3-4 places. I really like Malviya Nagar just because we are close to World Trade Park. It's the biggest mall here, nicest mall here. So that's why I like it. But Sea Scheme, like I said, all the cafes, all the nice restaurants. It'd be much easier being able to walk around and go to all those cafes instead of having to take an Uber or transportation there all the time. The next thing is, how do you find these places to live? So we made the mistake. We went on to Airbnb first. We made a video about this Airbnb from hell. It was horrible. Lots of fake reviews. And the photos, they did a really, really good job with the photos, making it look nice and big and all this. But then they misrepresented the apartment, and then the word, like the description and everything they were using didn't represent the apartment very well, and it was really, really disappointing. And it was probably one of the like most disgusting places that we've lived. I know Pooja was really disgusted, and so if she was disgusted, I was disgusted. You know, it's bad. So don't make that same mistake. Airbnb is great for short-term kind of places, or if you're going to go for the more expensive, like upper tier. We went for like mid-level stuff. So if you're going for the upper tier, you'll probably be in good hands. Instead of doing Airbnb, I would recommend going onto like Facebook groups. We found out afterwards, after we moved here, a lot of locals told us the best way to find an apartment place to live is on Facebook. They have these groups. So you have like No Brokers, Jaipur, Brokerage Fee, Jaipur, and all these different combinations of different, groups or like realtor groups and stuff like that on Facebook. And people are posting on there constantly. Boom, 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 boom. Go on there. You can find a great place to live, and they have more photos. You can connect with them on WhatsApp and get a lot more detailed information about the place before you actually move there. Just another thing to keep in mind is with these different groups, they will have a no brokerage fee or a brokerage fee, and they will use hashtags and stuff like that in their description. So when we were actually getting our place here, where I'm at now, it was a no brokerage group, but the person posting it in the group actually made a mistake. They thought it was a brokerage group. So once they facilitated everything and we were paying our first month's rent, they come back and said, I need my brokerage fee now. And we're like, whoa, we had no idea, didn't know that was a thing. And it turned out, it was all worked out. They were nice about it, that they made a mistake and it was a no brokerage group. But if you see brokerage fee or anything like that, it's usually in the hashtags. Just be prepared that you might have to pay half of the first month's rent for their fee to facilitate the process. So that's something to keep in mind. We had no idea about that. So one thing I do want to mention is the reason we didn't go through like a traditional realtor or anything like that is We talked to them, and we found out that you have to do a minimum of a 6-month commitment, which was a really long time when we first got here. We didn't know if we wanted to stay here for that long or if we wanted to stay here for only a couple months. So if you are going to go through a realtor, you might be more secure finding a good place. They will kind of facilitate the whole process, something you can do when you're not here even. But do be aware that you're going to have to commit to at least a 6-month rental agreement, and then you'll usually have to give a deposit as well and stuff like that. So there's more of a formal matter, maybe safer. You can probably find more upscale places and stuff like that. But if you're looking to stay here for 2 months or 3 months, it's not really a route you can go. So I would definitely recommend the Facebook approach like we went. So that's it. That's all I got for today. When you're looking for the best places to live here in Jaipur, it can be difficult. We struggled when we first got here. I wish we would have known these kind of steps of looking on Facebook or knowing which are the best places to live here in the city, like Malviya Nagar, Sea Scheme, Raja Park. Just some stuff to keep in mind when you're looking for places to stay here. But that's it. As always, thanks. Bye.